So the two Minnesota Vikings rookies that they selected in this year's past draft were obviously Christian Darrisaw and Wyatt Davis. When it comes to offensive linemen that they were trying to build, they were trying to obtain to really just solidify this Vikings offensive line, frankly, they've been working on for the past 5 seasons. And after the debacle, the penalties, the easy interior pressure that the Bengals are getting, and their ability to stop our running game, it really rose the question for me, where the hell is Christian Darrisaw and where the hell is Wyatt Davis? I mean, if that's the 5 you put out right there in opening week, and that's the performance you get, you have to be wondering where the rookies are that you spent a first and a third round draft pick on. Starting with Christian Darrisaw, this was it's starting to get really depressing. Mike Zimmer, when he was describing what's going on with Darrisaw, he threw him in there with names such as Laquan Treadwell and Mike Hughes, 2 guys that were battling injuries their entire rookie season and weren't able to fully kind of get back. I mean, that could just be Zimmer accidentally throwing him in with those group of names. But that definitely raises an eye for me. That either is this going to be Christian Darrisaw, like, will he play at all this year? And then if he is going to play, how effective will it be, or when will it even be? Because the Vikings have been really sweeping this groin injury, this abdominal injury that he has, really under the rug. And listen, we have Chandler Jones coming in this next week. Then after that, we have the Seahawks and Pete Carroll, and you know how they know how to get to the quarterback. And then we have the Browns the following week. So if you're assuming Christian Darrisaw misses the first 4 games, it's most likely going to be Chandler Jones going against Rashad Hill, and then in that week 4 game, it's going to be Myles Garrett. I mean, if there's any reason to rush a rookie back or to rush somebody back from an injury if they are ready to play, it would be now. Because I just don't want to have another Ezra Cleveland situation where we're looking at our record after the first 6 games and we are 1-5, 2-4, whatever it may be, with one of our rookie linemen on the bench, and then he comes back and performs, and we're like, where was this in the first 6 weeks? Now we already dug ourselves a massive hole. When it comes to Wyatt Davis, I just don't get it. I really don't know where he is. He's not on any injury list. I don't know why he isn't playing. I get you want to give Oli Udoh his chance, and I've been raving about Oli Udoh. But at a point, it's got to be you're playing the guy who is the Big Ten all-decade first-team guard. Out of all the guards in the Big Ten over the past decade, he was selected the best. He's a run mauler, and I totally see it. You want to give Oli Udoh a chance. But Oli Udoh was a 7th-round pick out of Elon. Wyatt Davis was a 3rd-round pick supposed to go in the 1st round out of Ohio State. And they all said the injury concerns with him in preseason, in camp. I noticed none of that. He is one guy that has jumped out to me on film. In the split seconds we have been able to see him actually perform in the purple and gold, he's looked phenomenal. And with the Vikings, the lack of the ability to establish a consistent run game in Cincinnati, and with how poor Garrett Bradbury has played, even throw him in at center. I mean, it is getting to the point where this leash on Oli Udoh and Garrett Bradbury is very little. I mean, you are yanking these guys very soon if I was the coach. And especially if you're Mike Zimmer. You're on the hot seat. What do you have to lose? Go give the guy who is first team all Big Ten. Go throw him in there and establish some run game, because that's all they did at Ohio State. That's what he loves to do. That's what any lineman loves to do. So I don't get it. I really don't. I just hope we don't have another Ezra Cleveland situation going on with our Minnesota Vikings team where we're looking back on the first 6 weeks and we're going to be like, wow, where were those 2 guys? And then next year, it's just like, where were these guys? I just think if you're going to go all in on a season, you do it now, because Rashad Hill, Oli Udoh, I was very high on Udoh, but he did not look good in game 1. And Garrett Bradbury, I mean, he's a first-round pick, and he just does not play like it. So Wyatt Davis, I mean, they were trying him out at center before the year. You just got to get him in there. You got to get your best 5 linemen on the field. I don't care how it is. I don't care about the positions anymore. You put your best 5 linemen out there and you see what happens. Wyatt Davis, Christian Darrisaw, I expect them to be playing very soon because I think the Vikings coaches are really getting sick of these Minnesota Vikings players that have just been kind of lingering around, and then they finally get their chance and they don't really do anything with it. I'm talking the Shamar Steffens. I'm talking about the Weatherlys. I'm talking about the Rashad Hills. I'm talking about even my guy, Oliuta. You play the best 5 linemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Skol Vikes.